In fact, I was arguing with these people, but ultimately they came around and they withdrew the RTA, which is the regional tourism application, for which they were trying to get $5 million. As far as I'm concerned, Baylor can do anything it wants, but it should pay for it itself. Why should we subsidize a private business when all the other hotels and our convention center are, our convention center is not private, the hotels are private. I don't see how we can justify subsidizing a private business so that it can unfairly compete against others. And we've invested a lot of money in this city that we will be losing if we allow this to go to Aurora. And I'll just sum it up like that.
Steve, can you tell us a little bit about manufacturing, say 50 years ago versus now, where the shirts are made?
That's Dave French. We still do it the same way with elves. I didn't say this, but one of the things that's sort of a mainstay that my grandfather instituted is that is U.S. made. Now, his view, which was very straightforward, is how can you produce goods in this country, then go abroad to make them and expect there to be people who make a living here to buy your goods. Very simple. So he was very committed to U.S. production, and we were 100% U.S. made until it became physically impossible. Today we're substantially U.S. made, but there's certain things we cannot make in this country because the infrastructure is gone. There's no textile industry to speak of in the United States today, but we're still the last in our industry to be U.S. made to whatever extent we can do it. And I'll just say this, I make as little as possible in China. I don't like China, I don't think they compete fairly. I don't like the idea of paying convicts and children to produce, and even Apple finds that the factories producing stuff for them do not comply with their standards. And there's no way, because China does not, it's not an honorable country. They don't understand the integrity and ethics that we expect in this country. That's not how they operate. So we do as little as possible there.
Hi, I wanted to know, how would we go about getting you guys to make a 100th anniversary Denver color of Denver Rotary shirt?
Well, it's funny you should ask that. There was a group of people who came to talk to us, which Seth put together, and that's how we happen to be having me speak right now. But if just by show of hands, are there people here who like such a shirt? Well, that's a lot of people.
Hallelujah.
Seth, you see that?
Thank you.
So we'll be happy to work on that. Thank you for asking.
I think we've got time for maybe one more question. Right here.
Even though you mispronounced my first name.
I didn't say Harry.
No, you said Henry, but that's all.
No, I said
when is Coulter, your incredible son, going to take over from you?
I hope it's damn well soon. But in all seriousness, Coulter's 13 years old, and we went to a radio interview not too long ago, and he came with me. I wanted him to see the process and so on. I said, they're going to ask you if you're coming into this business. And he says, yeah, I know. And I said, you need to think about what you're going to say, because you don't want to be caught by surprise by any of this. So his time came in the interview, and he was asked, are you going in? And he says, I'm 13 years old. I don't know what I'm going to do. And that's exactly the right answer. And quite frankly, I feel very strongly, and I'll try to make this short, but in family businesses, you can't do it just because it's your only option. You need to do it because you're passionate about it. And that's something my grandfather used to talk about. The reason why he worked until he was 107 is he loved what he did, and there was nothing he'd rather be doing. And he said it was never like work because he loved his who he worked with and what he did and the whole thing. And that's a lesson for everyone. And if you've got kids in your family who are thinking about your business, it's very important that they be the best in your business. They can't do it simply out of default. And in my case, I studied law before doing this. I came into the business. During my early years, I did an MBA. I felt very strongly I needed to have conventional business training in the event that my 80-year-old grandfather back then didn't come in one day. How did I know that I was going to be with them another 27 years? So I do feel that you have to be prepared to do this more so than any other kind of job if you want it to succeed. I see.
Thanks, Steve. Well, one more.
I'm sorry? Well, I was wondering that myself. It wasn't my idea. He asked, why did I bring the dog? I have to credit Sandy Adams preferred for Wazee to come to lunch over me, and if he came, I had to come.
Thanks, Steve.
Thank you.